Hey everybody, welcome to this week's midweek message. Hope everybody's having another great week. After a few days of relief from the heat out here in western Oklahoma, it is back. And so if I start to get shiny, think nothing of it. It is just extremely hot out here in the barn. It's crazy how God orchestrates things in life just at the right time for these videos to come together every week. I woke up one day last week and I was thinking about, and I have no idea why I was thinking about this, but I was thinking back to when we first got married. I had my first coaching job. Kristen was still in grad school, so we're living off one paycheck. We don't have a lot. We're just getting by until she graduates and we're able to have another paycheck. But we made it work. We're just hoping there's money in the bank at the end of each month. Some months there was, some months there wasn't, but we made it work. And when you first get married, a lot of times you get asked the question, when are you going to start having kids, or how long are you going to wait until you start having kids? And I remember being asked that question myself. And my response was usually, one, when we feel like that we're financially ready, and two, when we feel like that we're adult enough to handle those responsibilities. And I specifically remember one day somebody telling me, you're never going to be completely ready. You just have to go for it and let God do the rest. And I was like, that's some great advice. And I'm going to file that away for future reference, and I have. It's stuck with me for almost 18 years now. And so I was thinking about those things that morning, and I'm, thinking about how that would be a great midweek message somehow. Not sure how all that's going to tie in, but I'll put that in the back of my mind. Well, I'm finishing up my Bible study that morning, and every morning when I finish my Bible study, no matter what the topic is, I finish by reading Galatians 5:22 through 26, where it talks about the fruits of the Spirit. I just feel like that's a good way for me to start my day having those things on my mind. So I read those, and out beside those verses is a handwritten note that I wrote a couple of years ago when our preacher gave a sermon on the fruits of the Spirit. And he talked about, he referenced Matthew 14 when Jesus walked on water as well, and he was talking about having faith. And he said in his sermon, get out of the boat, live by the Spirit, go where God leads you, he will not let you sink. And so I don't always read that quote from him, but I read it that morning, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, that's crazy how what I thought about earlier that morning, and then this ties into it. And so I say all that to say this. How many times in life have we not done something that we wanted to do, or we haven't done something that God has led us to do for one reason or another? And I really think that most of the time in life, we don't do those things that we want to do, or things that God are leading us to do, for a couple of reasons. And it is either, or maybe a combination of both of these things, the fear of what others think or the fear of failure. Those two things keep us from doing things that we want to do, trying to achieve things that we want to achieve, or going where God wants us to because of those things. And so if you're watching this video, if this is you, if this is us, where we have not done things in life that we want to do, or not gone where God has led us out of fear of those two things, and it's time that we step up and we move on from those fears and we go get it done. It's time that we go do those things. Because you know who puts those fears in us? That's Satan. That's Satan making us worry about what others are going to think or failure. And so if this is us, if we haven't done those things because of that, then it's time that we move on from those fears. Joshua 1:9 says, have I not commanded you, be strong and be courageous, do not be terrified, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And so remember those things as we go forward, and I encourage everybody, I challenge everybody to think about what has God led us to do, or where have we wanted to go in life, and have we not done those things out of fear of what others are going to think, or the fear of failure? And if that's the case, then let's go get it done. Let's be strong, be courageous. Do not let those fears keep us from doing great things and go where God has led us. So as always, love God, love people, go make a difference.